Welcome to the What's Amanda Wondering podcast. I am here, you guys. I'm doing it. I'm doing the darn thing. I've gotten so many requests for a podcast. Here we are. I'm going to tell you guys what's on my little noggin today. We are going to be starting out first topic is something I was trying to decide if it was worth starting a podcast over. And you know what? Fuck it. It is. It absolutely is. And I absolutely did just censor my own curse words. So I am going to be talking about in today's episode, in the very first episode, is career culture canceled? Is career culture canceled? So I really want to break down the idea. I've been thinking about this a lot, okay, through my own personal shift. I recently, I won't say left, but I was booted from the 9 to 5 that I had, and it was a work from home 9 to 5. And I'm going to be really vulnerable with you guys. Yes, it was scary. Yes, it was frustrating, but I knew something in me knew I did not want to go down the path of the typical American career, right? When you think of the typical American career, we're told, as you know, I'm sure in different countries too, we're told decide what you want to be when you're younger, set your path, choose what you're going. But in my humble opinion, as newer generations come to, we're starting to realize there is absolutely, in my opinion, again, no way in hell we are going to be able to decide just one thing, one niche passion to pursue an education for, to invest all this money into, for one specific idea to take knowledge into. Are you kidding me? Who on this universe, as a human being, as the animal that is a human being, how are you going to tell us that our minds, which are programmed, again, in my opinion, to look at different things and learn new information at every twist and turn, you're going to sit here and tell us that we have got to choose one thing to learn about, one thing to share about, one thing to work toward, and then die? No. Why? I struggle so much with the idea that we're supposed to choose this 9 to 5 and then work, not even working for somebody else, but working in the same niche. I'll use social media as an example. We have social media people who are now seeing anti-influencer culture, right? Anti-influencer culture are, individuals who are sharing messy houses, like genuinely messy houses before they're tidied up, and then sharing the tidying up process. It's sharing the raw human experience, right? And in my opinion, part of the raw human experience, once again, is learning new things, experiencing new things, and the idea of this career culture that we've kind of cultivated through capitalism. Career culture cultivated through capitalism. Say that 3 times fast, 6 times fast, 9 times fast, 369. Shout out to the universe. I just genuinely think we've done ourselves as a species, as a baseline animalistic species, human beings, such a disservice in trying to tell individuals to focus in on one thing. What if a lot of people in this world don't have, as, bouncing back, I mean, me not included, take me out of this, but what if a lot of people's attention spans, ignore the motorcycle, aren't that short? It's just we're in a position where we are focusing on one thing for too long. Like the idea of, Kim Kardashian, oh my gosh, okay, put all of your opinions about her aside. A really great example, and especially with everything going on right now, I'm not going to talk about my opinions on the Kardashians, any of that, but the idea that she went from what she'd been doing, the action she had been taking, the business venture she was in, to acting, right? She made that little shift. A lot of people made a point to say, oh my gosh, I'm really, really irritated. I don't want to see random people acting. Same with, people on TikTok, right? I'm here live on TikTok while I'm here recording the first episode of this What's Amanda Wondering podcast. And I'm just realizing so many people move from different platforms to another. And we see it, like the general audience is saying, oh my gosh, they're just doing it for the money. They're just doing it for the benefit, right? And even if the benefit is what spurs the motion, who are we to tell someone to not change the niche they've been accustomed to, even though it's been successful for them? What if an actor wanted to go and learn how to be an astronaut? He could literally do that. Would it be hard? Yes. But the idea that we have the ability as human beings to learn that new skill. One thing that I think, honestly, that makes us different from other animals is our ability to learn new skills and apply it. We can apply information that we take in from books, from videos, from anything and everything, from audio. What we learn, we can take action with no matter what it is. So how are we supposed to evolve? How are we supposed to evolve to our fullest potential as a species when we tell each individual who has that potential to narrow it down to one area, when really they could narrow it down to one area, and then once they kind of lose that interest in that, they can learn something new and change that career to a completely new I don't want to say even new career, but a new passion, a new interest. Let's change the idea of, let's learn one niche thing to turn it into a job so it'll bring me success in my future. No! Let's learn something new and then take action in jobs and that thing you've learned because it's fun, it's exciting, and then and mind you, being a surgeon, something like that, that's very different. You can't just up and decide you're going to be a surgeon one day. Maybe you can, right? But all of that to be said, I think the idea of career culture really needs to be a hammer brought down, because I think so many people find themselves sad and trapped and honestly almost lonely in their interests and their career path, because we tell them, you need to make sure that you're focusing on this and getting better in this, when really their interests may shift, and the culture that is creating a career will make them so scared to leave what they've already put, what they see as an investment into, when in reality, the investment should be what they gained from that career experience. The investment shouldn't be into the career itself. It should be, what can you take from it? What can you learn from it? And how can you move forward with what you've taken from this career? So I'll go back to my example, right? I was working a 9-to-5 and I was working in insurance, and y'all, when I tell you, I did not like it. I did not like it. It's not the company itself, but the actual job itself I didn't enjoy. Yes, I was at home, but I was not happy. And I'd made the shift, right? So once they booted me, I had to make a shift, but everything happens for a reason. So whenever I was booted, I was like, you know what? I realized I was just not happy there anyway. What can I do that's different and that fits my mindset so I can enjoy my life and pay my bills? Literally, the entire goal, I think, of our generation today is pay my bills, feed myself, provide for the people around me that I need to provide for, and enjoy my hobbies. There is no, build this career, build this and that, at least for me, right? I am very much so, I want to pay my bills. I want to have enough to feed for myself, to fend for myself, to feed myself, to feed my little family, right? And I want to be able to make my YouTube videos. I want to be able to make my podcasts, and I want to let that be enough. I want to let that be enough. I don't want it to have to be, one day the podcast will take me off. And I've been in that head space, right? I've been like, I'm going to do it so it'll do this for me. But now, what if we just do it? I mean, that sounds cheesy with everything we've applied to that saying, but what if we do things simply to do them instead of thinking about what we will gain from them tomorrow? And what kind of fulfillment will that bring? I just know you guys, today I'm going to leave this episode and I'm going to say, oh my gosh, I did that today. I did that today. I got to talk to the people I wanted to talk to and share the ideas I got to share, and no longer, and obviously the intrusiveness of the idea, what if no one watches? What if this and that? My boyfriend really helped me with this recently. He said, as soon as the sentence starts with what if, do not let it impact your action. If the sentence starts with what if, do not let it impact your action. Okay, now I'm going to see a bunch of comments with some really funny what if sentences that could probably motivate you to impact your action. But you guys see what I'm saying? That worrisome mindset, I think, is cultivated in this career culture. And I think it's honestly kind of fed on. I think employers take advantage of career culture, and they know that these people, the people they're employing, are all honestly not brainwashed, but in this headspace of, I need this so I can put it on a resume so I can build up a career. What if we weren't focusing on building up a career for some kind of job ladder, some kind of, again, career culture, and we were focused on building up our own personal interests and skills? Again, going back to my example, I took on a serving job. locally, and you guys, the community aspect that I've come to realize has had such a positive impact on my fulfillment. Like, I'm sitting here as a server who is more satisfied than I was as someone working 9 to 5 from home. And I can say that confidently. I'm making more money. I mean, that does that too. But I am talking to people that I went to a restaurant that's in my area. I'm talking to people around my community, learning. I got a list of restaurants that I'd never even heard of in the years I lived here just in my shift yesterday from one random stranger. Our community, like the feeling of being in a sense of community, I think has been also lost in this career culture. It's very much so individual, building ourselves up in a career ladder instead of how can we as a team move forward? And you do see teamwork here and there, but you guys, I think you're picking up what I'm saying. I feel like career culture, if not needs to be canceled, should at least have somebody take a gander into things because we need to start shifting the focus from us being our careers and us taking action just to build this entire rep sheet of a career, of like a job resume. And we need to start building up our own personal fulfillment resume. Can we start that, like a fulfillment resume? How are we getting skills that we are passionate about? Gardening. Maybe you're interested in crystals. Maybe you're interested in just these random things. How many random things have you pushed aside that you could have just been excited to learn about because you had work to do, because you had work in the morning, because you had to, go get that last, again, work in the morning, you had to get that last bit of shut eye so you could be really prepared for that meeting. How many interests did you push away that you could have been having fun with? Like, what if career culture didn't take away so much from the adult psyche's sense of fun? I think if adults were able to have a lot more fun, that would also have a big impact on it. But I definitely feel like that's what I wanted to rant about today. It's what I wanted our first episode to be about, because I am just so passionate about, again, paying your bills, getting your groceries. And this is not as easy. Not everybody can do this with a serving job. I'm very lucky to say that, and I want to acknowledge that as well. A lot of people have to work multiple jobs just to survive. Their survival is very different than career culture taking away some of the life in you. That also takes away some of the life in you, but that's capitalism making it difficult for people to survive, and that's something that I could really ball my fist up very tightly at for a very long time. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to release my palm. I'm going to stay calm. And I'm just going to take a deep breath from you guys. Ready? In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Make an audible sound one more time. Out through the mouth. We are not our careers. If you leave this episode, if you leave this live stream with anything, we are not our careers. We are our passions. We are the moments in between. We are when we come home, have our shoes off, give our people we love their hugs, sit down, and our mind goes to its own spot. Where does that go? That is the definition of you. You being you is not you making the effort to be the best in your career, you being the best in the best businesswoman in the business, right? It is those moments when you are not focusing on what you can do for others, focusing on what you can get from a career, what you can get from corporations, right, through a job. You are the small things that make you smile when you're scrolling TikTok. You're like, oh, that's cool. I would have never thought about. You are the baked goods that come right out of the oven because you tried something brand new, a new cinnamon roll recipe, and it tasted so good, but you forgot to add the vanilla, and it still came out delicious. It's the definition of human error, I feel like, in these small passions and pursuits and the active learning process. That is something that is experienced as we learn passions and small skills for ourselves personally. And I just don't ever want that to get lost as we learn skills for corporations and learn new interests in quotes, but learn how to do things for careers and corporations. You are who you are when you're learning for yourself. You are who you are when you're doing things for yourself. And I am who I am when I'm doing things for myself. And I'm just really hoping that this got through to somebody, that somebody knows that even if you're struggling with your work, you are not defined by it, and you're allowed to be delusionally happy, even if your work is off. Like, this is why I think about it. Even if you are worried about work not liking you, you can still smile and be happy as shit. You can be delusionally happy. Like, if somebody at work yelled at you, right? Now, this is very much so easier said than done, and I do know this. And it's not possible for everybody, but say somebody at work yelled at you, and then on your way out you stubbed your toe, and then you dropped all of your papers from your folder, and the wind blew, and a lot of them blew away for the meeting later on, right? Just a really shitty circumstance happening, and you stood up, looked at the person beside you, has seen all this happening, right? Imagine you have like a guardian angel, and they can hear you, and you're like, this is such a great day. You hear the smile in my voice? You know what any real person, anybody would say to you? You're insane. You're delusional. That is my definition, honestly, of living delusionally. It's not, oh, I'm going to have, and it used to be. This used to be my mindset. It's like, oh, I'm going to have so much money one day. I'm living delusionally. Success is coming my way. I will be a millionaire in 2024. That was my original definition of living delusionally. But now I'm starting to realize that is not something you can actively apply day to day. Living delusionally, in my humble opinion, in my humble onion, I don't know I like saying that, but I do. In my humble onion, my microphone kind of looks like an onion. In my humble onion, living delusionally is having the most annoying of days and being just as annoying back and saying, I'm having a great day. And the day would be like, no, you're not. I just made you stub your toe. I just put a gust of wind in there to blow all your papers away. You know that meeting tomorrow you were prepared for? Not anymore. And you look that day in the face and you say, I'm still having such a great day. Even if it's like, it'll start out maybe sassy and condescending at first, but my message to you is don't let it stay that way. Let yourself acknowledge, okay, I did. That's the first step, is saying it out loud. Even if you're like, I'm having a great day. I'm having a great day. I'm having a great day. That doesn't sound like it, but you're trying. Saying it is trying. What's not trying is hearing yourself say it in a really annoying way and then not going, I can still believe it. You just make sure you take that moment to let yourself know all this crap can happen. You can still have a great day. And you are still having a great day, and you deserve to have a great day. And I officially have changed, I think, the subject a couple times now. So the first episode, it looks, of the What's Amanda Wondering podcast is coming to an end. Don't forget to subscribe here to the YouTube channel. These podcast episodes are going to be going up just here on my own YouTube channel for now. If I decide to start another one for it, you guys will be the first to know. But if you're listening, you can catch me on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. And yeah, What's Amanda Wondering? Today, Amanda is wondering, is career culture canceled? And is it time we do away with it? Is it time for it to be canceled? We want to talk about cancel culture. Let's get to corporations' career culture. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.